Welcome to Raging Beans, our riff portion. We're back with My Little Pony Next Generation, or Make Your Mark, rather. We started with the movie, and while we had more negative opinions than compared to when we watched it by ourselves the first time, on our own time, now we're going to see the decline that we've often talked about. And you guys will get to see it as we talk about it. I'm here with the boys and girl, Lefty, Trigger, and Izzy. How you guys doing?
I'm so excited to be disappointed.
What's up?
This episode or special, whatever you want to call it, has the ground zero moment for where everything goes to shit, and I cannot wait to point it out.
I'm excited. I haven't seen this before. I'm excited.
This is definitely the kind of show that I know that you can have fun with, but you can't ignore its flaws like some people out there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And happy. Get ready to see one of the laziest depictions of a detective you'll ever see.
Ooh, I'm hopping up and down.
All right.
This should be exciting. I'm excited to see his take on that.
And some very, very stiff animation.
Yeah,
Really
I'm getting
weird
that
birds.
right away.
Those birds look like they should be falling out the sky. I'm surprised society adapted to flight this quick.
Right?
Well, they didn't do the unicorns any favors in the movies where Izzy and another unicorn just so easily lifted up that heavy-ass trolley.
Right.
So did you get it yet, Zip?
Almost.
Well, hurry up.
On it.
Oh wow, this is way stiffer than the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
you're right.
I told you.
This is very uncomfortable to watch, actually.
I don't mind stiffness, but compared to what we saw, yeah, even I can see it.
The visuals and models still look great,
Yeah.
but the animation is so stiff and uncomfortable that it's actually, like, really clashing.
Isn't the show like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say, sorry, I disagree. I think it looks very plasticky.
Well, isn't the show like worse than this special? Or is it the same?
No, they're all the same quality.
Okay.
Like the 44-minute specials don't get like a higher budget or anything. It all looks the same.
Oh, I didn't know. I was asking. Like,
Weird. You think they'd get a higher budget for a higher runtime, at least? You think they'd, like, extend the same budget however many extra minutes there are?
You'd think the billion-dollar corporation would make their flagship show look like the damn movie, at least.
Yeah,
I would...
on a
Isn't these the same models and shit as the movie?
I don't know, to be honest. Because they're
I think it is.
Yeah, but it's so plastic-looking now.
I think that's the animation.
Wait till you see Pip, though. I think
Yeah.
she's like the best example of looking plastic. I don't know why. Maybe it's the coloring.
It's her
We'll
wings,
see
I
when we
think.
get to her then.
Yeah.
Zip at least looks pretty close to her movie model, animation notwithstanding.
She still looks pretty cute.
This is actually making me... Sorry, Happy?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I might be jumping ahead a bit, but why exactly is she like infiltrating the palace or whatever? Doesn't she live there?
I think she's probably trying to think back.
It's, well...
Let's just play it.
Yeah,
Let's just see
yeah,
it.
you'll see why.
Okay.
This is actually making me really appreciate the animation in the movie.
The animation in the movie I thought was fine. Like, really good, actually.
Mission
I
accomplished.
did
I thought it was alright, but I didn't realize how good it was, not until I was watching this. This is really uncomfortable. Or maybe it's just show shit that now my standards are dropping.
Oh, so they played the theme song the show would have in this. Okay. They dropped the hard Q.
This opening scene makes me think Zip is going to be the protagonist for this, by the way, so it's really confusing to start with this.
Oh,
I
that
know-
water animation.
I know it's the song they used for like their theme song in the cartoon, which surprisingly they didn't do the My Little Pony thing.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. I would have expected like a more poppy remix of that.
I actually don't mind the song too much. It's just there.
It's inoffensive, it's just weird they didn't go with the old jingle, because that's fucking iconic. It has been since even before.
It's Aryan ponies.
Yeah, see? So, this is... Okay, I should tell you, they rebuilt the lighthouse in Tell Your Tale, but this is it. All it is now is it just houses the crystals. And Sunny
Yeah,
lives
I
there.
see it's in Zephyr Heights style, which really clashes.
What the fuck?
Next practice.
Good.
I'm surprised they didn't stick with, like, the Maritime Bay style. Oh, okay, that's spooky.
Where is she?
Sunny's
Okay,
like,
there's Pip.
look at Pip. Look at Pip.
Oh my
She
god!
does look pretty
She looks-
plasticky, yeah.
Why is it her in particular? Maybe it's her hairstyle.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that the actual coat is missing some hair texture from the movie.
I think they all are.
Yeah.
They all
They
are,
all are,
but
but Pip is the most noticeable.
Which you'd figured, but it is.
I don't know if that just makes the models cheaper to animate, because I'd certainly guess so with the animation I've seen so far, but...
Izzy looks like she's like she didn't get a
Hungover.
nice sleep. Yeah.
She
Wait till
does
you guys
kind of look hungover.
wait till you guys hear Hitch though.
Oh
Like-
God, Hitch's
No,
voice
just let
is.
them hear.
And I just want to say this as, you know, whatever you call it, is no disrespect to the voice actor. He does a
Yeah.
good job at acting. He's a great voice actor. His voice just does not fit Hitch at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, he got shafted because the girls' replacements are pretty good. But
Yeah.
Hitch, yeah, he got shafted.
Hey, I really wanted to use my lucky microphone. There she is.
Ugh.
What took you so long?
What the fuck
Don't
was that with
go
Izzy?
snooping around the
Holy
palace again.
shit, that was rigid.
You know you can just enter
I feel like I'm
indoors.
watching
It's
YouTube
our
stop
house.
motion.
But if Mom knew I was there, I'd get stuck doing one of her random princess lessons.
Good point.
See, that's why she was sneaking around. She didn't want her mom to see her.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
That's a lame justification, but fair
What
enough,
do you
I
mean?
guess.
Like, you clearly know she's like the rebel in the family. She doesn't really care about that royal shit. She doesn't want to be stuck
I know.
around.
It's just, I think it's weird. I know it's just a throwaway line. I'm just
Pretend you're talking
harping
to
on
us
it for
and
some
not like
reason.
all of Equestria, and you'll do great. You're live now. Like now?
Oh yeah,
Hey, every
and
pony.
just a throwaway
I'm
thing.
Sunny Star Scout, and I
Internet
live
in
here
this world is
Maritime
called
with my
Canternet.
friends.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's not
changed
racist.
around here in the past few months.
Racist?
Maritime Bay used to be the place just us Earth ponies
Or
lived.
pony
Just like how
racist.
unicorns always stayed in
How's that
Brightwood, and
racist?
Pegasus never left Zephyr Heights.
Because it's
But
based
when we
specifically around, like, the Unicorn City.
I'm,
Or the
I'm
old
so
one. Is Canterlot relevant in any fucking way in this world still?
No.
You feel like there'd at least be ruins, like, around the mountain.
The only
I'm-
time
I'm-
you get reference to like Canterlot is like the comics, and that's it.
I'm so glad that Sunny is expositing that, like, Pegasine unicorns live in Maritime Bay now. Like,
Yeah.
to all of these other ponies that should already know that. I would think.
Yeah.
This is the
As you know.
This is some of the shittiest exposition I've ever seen.
Also,
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
It's for the kiddies who
I
haven't
get
forget
why they're doing the whole live stream thing. I can kind of let that slide, but I can't
Yeah.
stand they're doing the whole, what I think like Facebook or Instagram does with the floating emojis for people
Emojis?
who like it. I hate that shit. It's very
Yep.
distracting.
This is unrelated to the phone thing, but the texture on the ponies watching it in this look like cotton.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
It looks really it's like someone taped it to a plastic model. The textures, like on the hair, the mane and stuff, and the hooves are still really good though. So it's like, or at
Well,
least
for-
like really high fidelity. So it's like, are these the movie models? Like genuinely cannot fucking tell anymore.
I don't know.
I just noticed the random
It's certainly not the
CBS
movie's
logo on there.
animation.
I don't really care about the floating icons on the screen. That's just whatever.
I think
I don't-
that's just
I wish they
annoying.
weren't referencing Facebook. I just think that's a really confusing decision because the target audience for this show isn't going to use Facebook. They're probably more likely to use Instagram or Snapchat.
But this is
I
also-
think
this is also a streaming thing, and kids do that.
I think Pip, I don't know if they name drop it, but I think she does actually use like their equivalent of TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
TikTok's actually a little recent for the show, isn't it? Didn't the show start before that came out?
No, TikTok's been a thing way before G5 came out.
Honestly,
oh yeah,
I-
right. That started in
recall-
2019.
Yeah, I recall there was a NASCAR race where TikTok sponsored a fucking Xfinity Series car So yeah, that was before G5 came out.
Okay, yeah, I was just one.
Yeah.
That confuses me because I actually never heard about it until like a couple years ago.
Right.
Frankly, it doesn't matter what is like relevant to the kids or not. Like just because the kid's not going to get it doesn't really mean anything.
Right. But
I mean, it doesn't. I just think it's weird that that's where they drew inspiration
But-
from.
Yeah, the kids,
my
well,
whole
regardless,
point-
kids do stream. Sorry, go ahead.
my whole point is I don't mind the live stream thing because I understand they want it to be in a more modern setting, and Pip has already established as the Instagram pony. So the whole live streaming aspect is fine. I just think the whole let's copy the floating emojis from Facebook or Instagram, whatever, is just stupid and a step too far. Just have her do the live stream and that's it.
I guess.
I feel like I'd be way more like not forgiving but more tolerant of the like internet culture thing that they're introducing into the show if it was its own generation and not something that's supposed to be a sequel to G4.
You've already said
but
that.
like I know I've said it like multiple times, like many times that's one of my biggest issues with this generation. But feeding into that, I really hate that that they're introducing things like television and the internet and shit like that, because it modernizes a world that was very clearly fantasy, and it makes the fantastical elements less compelling, less interesting. It's I compare it to Legend of Korra, where because in Legend,
here we go.
I'm not using Korra as a negative example. I'm actually using it as a positive example because that show is a sequel to Airbender, where Airbender goes from a more like feudal castle age medieval kind of setting into a more industrial setting. There's less of a jump, so there's still that fantasy element to it.
I don't really agree with the whole like. I don't really agree with the whole logic of like it disturbs the fantasy element. I feel like you can have both. Like I don't really see the nitpick for that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You can have both. What I think Happy is saying is that it's like too big a jump from Friendship is Magic. Am I wrong about that?
Well, yes and no. I do think it's too big a jump from Friendship is Magic to this. But what I'm saying is you're taking what was purely a fantasy realm before and then modernizing it to make it more relevant. Marketable, I suppose.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like if the world is less fantastical, it's also more prone to becoming dated, I feel.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I don't think they really care about the show getting dated is the thing. Obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
Like, you can tell they don't give a shit.
I mean, I don't care if like a show gets dated or not, so long as the story stands on its own. Pro tip to everyone out there that watching, it doesn't. But yeah, they don't. And you know what sucks about this? I can't bring up the whole time passes because they don't tell us how much time has passed. I can't bring that up.
I mean, if
that's the weird thing.
If 5 chapters have passed and they still haven't said, "Oh, it's been exactly this many years," then they're never going to do it because they want to intentionally keep it intentionally vague so they can have it pretty much have their cake and eat it too, to where they can say, "Oh, Twilight and her friends, that was ancient Equestria," but then at the same time contradict that and say, "Oh, this person had an ancestor who only goes back 4 or 5 greats." Like you can't have both, but they want to have both.
To the audience that hasn't seen that episode yet, for whatever reason, yeah, like we'll get to it, and you guys will see why it's shit. But I think we should. Yeah. But I understand Trigger's point. Like I agree. Yeah. I can see what.
Yeah, and the thing is, I do think Epic is right that it doesn't necessarily mean like a show being dated doesn't necessarily mean it's bad or that it's going to become bad. It's My issue is just that they're taking an element, they're taking a world that was mostly fantasy and making it more modern. It's like if you were to make a sequel to Lord of the Rings, you would go from like pure fantasy setting to something like
Star Trek.
Something I was gonna say like 80s or 90s technology or setting or whatever.
Okay, I guess from your point to end this before we continue, I guess from your point of view, it's like it may cheapen it for the purpose of making it relevant. I guess.
Yeah, it becomes less fantasy and more not cyberpunk.
Just say modern.
Contemporary.
Contemporary, yeah, that's a good word for it.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
but before we move on, I got one last thing. Tell Your Tale did have an episode where Sunny unintentionally became a meme. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh God, they're putting memes on the show. But no,
really.
What they did was it had it get to her, like she was too embarrassed to even go outside. So Pip used her ability as a live streamer or an influencer to help Sunny overcome it. If they would do more stuff like that and use it as a tool to help tell the stories instead of just having it like unfortunately they will do, then it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, if you can make good stories with it, that's absolutely it. If I can interject here for a bit, I think the biggest thing about the technology, other than what Happy and Epic have said about it, is that it doesn't really get utilized in any compelling way.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just transplanted from our world. There's no fantasy element to it. Like, to compare to Core again, they had bits with, like, metal vendors doing forging, and they had lightning vendors, which... yeah, there's too many of them, but still running the power plants. It was still transformed a bit in a way to still make it fit the Avatar's setting.
I mean, the lightning bending's pushing it, but with the logic that you're presenting, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree that example specifically was pushing it, but the general principle, I liked that they made things work in a way that made sense in that world. This show, what it's doing is it's just purely taking stuff from our world and dropping it in without any adaptation.
Right.
Like with these touchscreens, compare her hoof to the size of the screen she's holding. Do you really think that Tony is going to really use a touchscreen effectively?
No, but they bullshit their way around it.
But hey, look on the bright side. The smartphone has a hoof holder.
It does have a hoof holder. That's the kind of detail that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll give them that. That's actually clever.
I don't think the touchscreen itself is really technology that should evolve in this world. We should be seeing, I think, more like really big, beefy keyboards with like giant keys.
Or do what Samsung used to do: give them S Pens so that they can actually touch the screen.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Have them use S Pens and like
maybe they're just
or their wings or whatever.
Maybe they're just very gentle with their hooves and they use like the tip of their hoofy.
I just more meant the hooves would be too big.
Yeah, I get you.
And we'll see it.
I wasn't even thinking about the Force.
I think we'll see it in this special. A neat little detail I actually do like about the phones is to compensate for their hooves, they actually use fold-out phones. So
do they?
Yeah, like Zips is a fold-out phone. You'll see it later that they'll actually fold it out to have a bigger screen. So I think that's at least a neat little detail that they have to compensate for their hooves. Although,
okay, it'd be cool if they were consistent about that in this scene then.
Yeah.
Because that is something I think the movie did really well, actually.
And to be fair, G4 had like similar instances of this as well. I think I can't think of a specific example off the top of my head. But G4 had similar examples of this. Like in G4, the unicorns would use their magic to levitate things, and that's how they would move stuff about. While Pegasi and Earth ponies didn't have levitation, and they weren't able to do that exactly. But they did But they seemed to get away. They seemed to generally find a way to get around that. I can't think of a specific example.
Well, later in the latter half of the show, they had Pegasi use their wings as like makeshift hands.
And they had like cameras. Remember, they like wore them like a harness or something.
Yeah, around their neck.
Right. But the point that I'm trying to make is that like G5 is exacerbating the issue by introducing more modern technology to the setting
and not adapting it.
We repeated this point. I think the audience probably gets it.
Yeah.
I did think of a G4 example for your point is the saddlebags instead of backpacks.
Oh
Or
yes,
purses
that's
or
yes.
whatever.
I
Yeah.
love the shadow bags. But we should probably continue.
Yep.
We're gonna get shit on.
It brought us back together. All pony kinds were
I hate how
Why
she's-
are you so like overly excited about this?
Yeah.
Just get-
see,
you better get
this
used
is
to
the floating emojis right here. That's why it pisses me off. It's so fucking distracting.
I'm not.
It is, yeah.
I'm not.
Anywhere. And we have magic again.
Shit, we haven't even heard Hitch's voice yet.
Yeah.
Well, the unicorns and Pegasi do.
Oh yeah.
See?
What? What?
I was referencing how we ended our last thing where we shit on the Earth ponies not getting magic thing.
Right, but oh yeah. Pip owns a hair salon now, by the way.
But
Okay.
I thought she was supposed to be the influencer one.
She owns a
that
hair
one,
salon,
yeah.
but the thing is, Tell Your Tale didn't even like build that up. I think it started in Tell Your Tale. She just had it. There was no build up to it. There was no, I feel like I want to, build a hair salon. No, she just fucking has it at the start of Tell Your Tale.
You can be while doing a job. That's really easy to do.
I mean, yes, but I don't think that's a very common thing. I would more expect she'd have like an endorsed line of hair salons or hair products or whatever.
I mean, the ones I've seen, like they like. work
I
a
don't
job.
mind her having this hair salon. I just wish there was actual build up to it.
No, I know.
Right, like actually do story with it.
Let's get more into that when we actually get to the salon, though.
I don't point it out because you see the sign right there on the sandwich board.
Right. Sandwich board.
You, Sunny, show every pony what you can do.
She does
Ooh,
look.
yeah. Turn into an alicorn. That's an earth pony, Pegasus, and unicorn all in one.
Yeah, thank you. We really didn't need that explained to us,
Oh,
dumbass.
You assume all the
I mean,
kids.
the little kids might actually. I'll defend
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's self-explanatory. It's the
From the
unicorn. It's
movie.
the unicorn. Yeah, it's
Did they
well,
say the
yeah,
word
yeah.
alicorn?
One, it's from the movie. Two, they
Did they
have the
say the
horns
word-
and the wings, and if you're paying close enough attention, they have the hind legs of the earth ponies, or at least they did in G4. Like, you don't need to explain that to us.
Did
I
they
didn't
say
know
the
the
word
hind legs were
alicorn in the
different.
movie? Did they say the word alicorn in the movie?
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay, then.
think they mentioned it by name, so yeah, I will actually defend this. I might be playing devil's advocate
Yeah,
a bit.
I'd have to agree with Onyx. And I'm just going to be upfront with this. Kids don't have good memory. I'm just gonna
I
say
did.
right now.
Ow?
I mean, I feel like
I
you'd be
mean,
able to.
some kids do, but
Well,
not
you
not
don't-
all of them.
Sometimes, like, cartoon people give too much praise to kids. Most kids are really kind of dumb.
I
Sorry.
don't want to
I
treat
am-
kids as dumb, though.
I'm of two minds about this because on the one hand, they can be a lot smarter than a lot of people give them credit for, but on
Yes.
the other hand, they are still kids, so you
Yep.
do kind of have to spell things out a little bit. I would do it if they repeat it again, then I'd think it's an issue. But
Yeah.
just the first time in this show, especially since there's no guarantee they watched G4 the movie to have the context that we do going in, I don't think that's really that offensive. If they repeat it again or like multiple times, then I'd take issue.
Well, it's not really like offensive in the sense that. In the sense that it's like talking down the audience, it's offensive. Well, actually, no, they are talking down the audience. That's not true. Okay. Like
More offensive as in like it's not bad. I'm sorry, maybe that wasn't the best word to use.
yeah,
I guess I meant to say it's inoffensive.
I'm really struggling to like phrase like what my issue with it is because like I would think that like you can drop the term alicorn, but I really don't feel like you need to explain what that is. You can see how an alicorn is physically different from a Pegasi or an Earth Pony or a unicorn. You wouldn't need to explain that. You can literally see it in how the Alicorn looks compared to the other pony races.
I guess you can see that. If an Alicorn were like a more common fantasy thing, I would absolutely agree with you. My point is more that it's not a big thing. I'm pretty sure G4 actually introduced that concept in general.
In the context that was a thing before, being a mix of 3 tribes, they did. Like, the word itself does exist, but it means something completely different. I don't remember what it was, but it's not the name for the creature.
Well, even then, if it means something different, then you still have to explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I'd imagine as combination of horse, Pegasus, and unicorn is the more common definition now.
It is. Like, I've kind of noticed that now. Like, when I go outside. Even Saber Spark used it to describe the non-MLP related movie.
Yeah. I think that's just how we describe that in English now, which is funny to think that G4 actually changed language in that way, or might have. Well, maybe I'm dumb and people in fantasy spaces still use it the old way, but...
It's typical pop culture osmosis, though. So
it is, absolutely. I just think it's funny to think MLP specifically did that.
If we have nothing else, then we could probably continue.
Yeah.
You know it doesn't really work like that, guys. I can't just... Anyway,
I would die if they keep saying Alicorn like that, though. They keep explaining it.
Okay, actually, can I say one thing quick?
What?
I found a way to make the Facebook emoji things work, because what you can do with that is show like a live audience reaction to whatever the character is saying. So then you can have some like emotional back and forth with that. They don't use it here, but I would have expected them to have like different like shock and sad emojis when she said like, oh, that's not how it works.
Okay.
Like they're frustrated and disappointed she can't show them on screen on demand.
I would die if they do that right now. After like he unpauses it, I would die.
I mean,
my god, yes, that would be timed so wrong.
The sounds of the emojis popping is also very distracting.
The popping is a bit distracting, but I think just the visual can work if you do that. Or if you did that, I could see it serving that function.
Okay, Sunny.
I'm fine.
It looks like it's just a static loop. It is. Go back.
Oh my god, I want to move on.
I know you do, but I just noticed something.
Go ahead.
Watch the 2 smiling faces that are like stair-step next to each other.
Hang
on. In the unicorn faces?
Okay, Sunny.
See, they show up again and again.
Yeah.
It's just a loop. It's like a 1 second loop.
Do you want to see ponies sing in a big concert? Yes, you bet. And yes,
okay, now she looks better. She must have got her coffee.
Might have been the lighting. The lighting is still pretty solid, actually.
Looks like it's a hot day.
I feel like this is the kind of show that...
Listen to his voice.
Yep.
Oh, I love Maritime Bay Day! You gotta come check it out! The live maritime
music
and sandcastle contest.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who are you and what have you done with Hitch?
He's huffed
Where's
helium.
Daddy?
He sounds like he's huffed helium. This is no longer Hitch. I need another name for this guy.
Just wait until you see his personality now.
Trailer?
His voice sounds like a higher pitch.
It is.
He's not the Studley. He's the guy that gets crushed in the nuts by a chick. Let's move on.
Ow.
It's the best. Hey!
Oh, the male voice.
Does the bird want eggs?
I thought the bird was gonna take a crap on him for a second.
The bird wants eggs. That's really confusing.
No, it wants popcorn.
Oh, was it popcorn on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like eggs to me.
Nice.
Well,
she just has the hat. Neat. I feel like that could have been animated a bit faster.
I think we're coming to the Squidward pony of the show.
Got it! Oh, hey, look, it's still on.
See you at the festival. You okay, Izzy?
Oh, Oh yeah. I mean, a little bit of ground glitter never hurt any pony.
Well, thank goodness for
The
magic.
animation is too
Oh,
fast
yeah.
for their movements.
Definitely.
It's very like
Closeness.
Well,
it feels like it's in fast forward almost. It's
Yeah.
really
Is
rigid.
this about your flowers, Posy? It was an accident, but we'll fix them right away.
No.
Her mailbox
Magic
has been
had
like
never
destroyed.
had luck, and I'm not the
You can
only
just
pony
prop it
around
back up.
here who thinks so.
What do you mean?
You Pegasi are always flying too fast, or too low, or too high up.
What's wrong with flying high up?
Ugh, I just don't like it, okay? And every time I'm at the market, there's some smug
Well, thank you for
unicorn
destroying
using
your
their magic to
argument.
shop. I almost got hit in the head by a bag of floating apples yesterday. Magic is not very
Bitch, you shouldn't be standing in the middle of the
Rest us
fucking
ponies
street.
Who don't have it, right, Sheriff Hitch?
I don't know if I would say that.
Every pony is just
Dude.
still learning how to use it. That's all. Magic takes
No, they're
practice.
not. They're flying hop high and like lifting heavy shit. That's it.
That's the. I feel like she could have an interesting argument here with
Just
like,
wait, you'll see why.
the
Yeah.
flying and like bumping into people. Like Zip just straight up flew through a tram.
Yeah.
Or a
I
streetcar,
really-
whatever you want to call it.
I really hope they do like expand on her like a little bit more, because like you can like someone compared her to Squidward a moment ago, but and I haven't seen a ton of
It's not
SpongeBob. I didn't
because
really.
It's not
not
like
because
an
of this.
exact 1-to-1.
It's not because of this. This is understandable. I can see why she's pissed. It's to be fair, we're talking about like tell your tale version of her. At least I am. So
Oh, okay.
okay, yeah.
And I'm not
I-
saying her explanation later on is a good one. I'm just saying there is at least an explanation for why.
I just
Okay,
think
well-
it would
well-
be
Well, I look forward to be disappointed by that.
Jesus Christ.
completely only tangentially related. I think she actually has an interesting point with the flying too low and such. I'd be
yeah.
interested to see if there's like a disturbance of the peace law that comes into place with that, or like some sort of manners, or like Pegasi traffic lands and shit. I feel like there could be an interesting world building opportunity there.
Do it somewhere else other than my garden.
Okay, wow, she was really nice, right, guys?
Oh my God, what a
This pisses me off.
Let's go home.
yeah.
That's supposed to be Earth Pony shit.
I mean, we talked about it in the other video, but like another tribe can like delve a little bit.
Every pony else
A
thinks
little
they're
bit,
awesome
yes.
magic
I
to
just-
be.
She basically fixed the flowers. That's the bit that
Hopefully
gets
the
me.
flowers are still fucked up. That she just
Here's the new
somehow-
lighthouse.
Oh my
Well,
god, that's such an eyesore.
Well, let me finish
Yeah, a
it.
little bit.
I like to think she just made the flowers like frozen in place and they're not alive anymore.
I want to show you something.
I mean, maybe.
That is pretty glaring.
I don't think they're really gonna
So, what do you wanna
clarify
show
for
me?
that.
Well,
No, I was talking about the
Oh.
lighthouse.
but I consider myself a bit of an artist.
You gotta keep up.
Of course, I noticed all of this beautiful.
Dude, I would
stuff
love
is
a
made
bed
by
like
you.
that.
You're
So
sweet.
Izzy lives here now?
They all do except for Hitch. He still lives at the police station.
Why? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Doesn't Hitch doesn't have like his own house? He just lives at work.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, G4 kind of had the whole living in your.
Well, Pinky,
Business
yeah,
partner.
and Rarity.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
didn't the cake
Pinky was
do-
a weird case because I think she lived upstairs and just worked there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but didn't the cakes did too?
It's
Well,
like
the
working
cakes-
in a bar. You live in an
The-
apartment above.
The Cakes owned Sugar Cube Corner. Pinky worked there, but I guess they let her live there.
I thought the
I
cakes
thought
lived
they
there,
just
too.
rented it.
No,
I
I
thought
mean,
I thought the cakes lived there too, though.
they did. But they
Okay.
let Pinky
I
live
think
there
they were
too.
just renting the place.
No.
I thought they were like renting her a room or some shit. Or at least that's how I interpreted it. I'm sure they didn't spell it out
Wait.
explicitly.
Did you mean Pinky's renting from them? Because you said the cakes.
Yeah.
Were renting. Okay. Yeah.
Renting it out, as in like they're her landlord.
Okay. Well, yeah, it could be.
And
Let's just
you're
read
amazed at making new things. up.
Rarity lived in the same boutique though, so you got me there.
Recycling.
Yeah.
Unicycling. Yes, that's it.
So, the other day when I was searching for my box of googly eyes in the basement.
Oh yeah, she called
Oh,
it
that-
cycling.
Is that Sunny's old lantern?
Well, her dad made it for her when she was a filly.
Look at her dad's face.
I
But not her.
Uh,
Yeah, we all already know this.
You'd fix it up.
Yeah, sorry, you can't use the argument of, well, what if they didn't see the movie? Why wouldn't they?
Well,
have
then
seen
what was
movie
the
before
point of the
this?
movie in the What was the point? If that was the case, what would even be the point of the movie to begin with?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess you got me there.
Yeah.
For her as
Because the
a
movie
Valentine
is part of
Day
the series, so.
Well, get used to being spoon-fed. I can't
Yeah.
wait till we get to the live stream with Misty. That's gonna be funny.
I love surprises.
Oh,
Your
jeez.
secret is safe with me. Huff to heart.
She's still small. Making some pizza.
Pizza.
Okay, her fur should be getting all in that sauce. You look.
Yep.
Watch her leg. Watch her leg. That fur is in that
Absolute-
fucking sauce.
She's cutting into it.
Oh.
Izzy's like this. Izzy's like, I can't wait till they taste my hair pie. Mm.
She would do that.
The texture on her fur is like cutting
That-
into it. And it's
That's
not
such a-
hanging at all, so that's really stiff animation.
It's such a major health code violation. She's not up to Pollo standards.
To be fair, Pinky did leave a measuring cup of the pancake batter one time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yep.
I
God, I
win.
can't
I
watch that
found
show
it.
again. This just makes me want to watch G4.
Oh, you, just wait.
Well, you're stuck here, bitch.
Huh? I have been asking you if you want extra cheese on your pizza for like 10 minutes. What's up with you?
Oh, sorry. Just thinking about something weird that happened earlier.
The thing with Posey?
Oh, yeah, that.
See?
That bitch.
You were there.
Earth ponies have never had magic before. Maybe Posey's jealous.
Jealous?
Fuck
I
off.
know I am. Magic seems a little scary, but it would be pretty cool to be able to levitate things.
Fuck off. Earth ponies did have magic.
Okay, yeah, this is just a blatant lore contradiction. And maybe the target audience didn't see G4, but it's still, if you're gonna connect the two, then yeah, you gotta keep shit like that in mind.
I think. Okay, there's a good and bad thing when it comes to like what he said. Okay, I don't want to say good. The thing I think from his point of view is like they didn't have magic for a long time, and for God knows why, this is the bad part. Only 2 of the 3 tribes seem to get their magic back.
Yeah.
But the point is like
That's
I guess
the bit that's...
yeah, that's the shit part. But like, from his point of view, it's like, oh, how come we don't have magic, kind of thing. Even though they
That's
should.
also really confusing because there was a third part to the fucking gem thing too.
Yeah.
I know, that's the bad part of it. So like, it's weird.
It's not only inconsistent with G4, it's inconsistent in its own show, especially if we're factoring in that shot with the Earth Pony leaving Sparkle Prince.
But regardless, like from his point of view, he thinks.
I
like,
mean,
oh,
I get it from his point of view, but it's still.
doesn't
I
make
still
it.
don't
I
like
mean,
it from like a plot
To be
perspective.
doesn't
fair,
feel
I
like
can
it.
understand if they're making, and I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying, I think it kind of makes sense for them to not have magic for so long and to assume only the unicorns had it. However, again, we've said it. There were 3 crystals, so why the hell did only 2 tribes get their magic back?
I'm sorry. I don't buy for a second that like them not having like as obvious like magic. I can't buy the idea that like he would simply be speaking of it out of ignorance because like even because the simple fact is like in G4 Earth ponies did have their own brand of magic. It just wasn't as obvious as something like Pegasi and unicorns. And
But
you would
he and the
think
others didn't.
that what? Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
but he and the others didn't. Like, I'm pretty sure they were born without even knowing that they could do magic. Well, they couldn't, but like they never did.
No, what I'm saying is Earth ponies did have magic, and even if they do explain that like what happened to the magic like after G4, like they would still like have like some form of like legend or and hearsay regarding the sort of magic that Earth Pony had.
Yeah, it's
You need to start off with that then, because every time you're about to start something, it sounds like something completely else. I thought you were going with the whole Earth Ponies get cut thing, but no, you're making a good point now by talking about the whole like there should be a legend thing. You're right. That's true.
no, it's bullshit that they just completely forgot about it. Especially with the third piece in the gem, they should have absolutely had like some idea they had magic at one point.
I guess
Yeah,
I should
just
clarify. I
point.
think I can get where they're coming from, but again, the whole there should be legends, I mean,
I can see it.
what was it? Because you had, remember, the legend of a Hearthwarming Eve, where they actually did show that the Earth Ponies were quickly growing shit before everything went wrong the first time in.
Not only that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but...
I got my point. It's fine.
Okay, so not only that with G4, but another thing is Sunny also doesn't realize the Earth Ponies have magic when she, of all of them, absolutely should. Because there's no reason that she shouldn't know more about that when she knows about like Twilight and Co.
Yeah, and her dad was pretty much
events of G4.
Her dad was pretty much implied to be a historian.
Yeah.
And he was even telling her of Twilight's first friendship lesson. So he should have mentioned, the magic that all three pony tribes had. Magical abilities with unicorns, flight with Pegasi, and a better touch with nature and plants with Earth ponies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is absolutely she at least should have known something about that.
And if anyone in the audience is going to bring up, that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone, like every citizen's going to know the legend. That does not work here because Hitch is a friend to Sunny, who we just established her dad was a historian. So we don't buy it.
Not only is Hitch friends with Sunny, but everything Sunny was saying that everyone thought was just like crazy nonsense before has now been validated. So she should know about that. And by extension, everyone else should know about that. It's not just inconsistent with G4. My thing is, it's inconsistent with its own timeline, even.
That's why in our last riff, like Lefty and I bitched about that, like when the movie was ending, like, oh, the Earth Ponies don't have their magic. So yeah. So TLDR.
Yeah, that's
a good point.
Fuck!
TLDR,
I just realized Make Your Mark is doing the exact same thing the movie's done, where it's so obvious. Hello, there should be an Earth Pony crystal if you know there's a Pegasus and a Unicorn one. So then, why are you surprised that why don't you think Earth Ponies can have magic at all? It's doing the exact same problem in order to have a plot.
Yeah, you could have had Hitch say something like, what can we do? Or some shit, like something.
Absolutely, yeah. Like you could, and you don't even have to change it much. It should just be like, are we supposed to have magic? And it's like, what should we do? And I wish they would. I feel like Earth Pony magic, even in G4, wasn't developed on as much as it could be, because it was basically boiled down to just farming powers.
I think that's
well,
just...
It wasn't just
Trigger first.
It wasn't just farming powers. They also had
strength.
They also had like super strength. Yeah, super strength. Like Applejack
was
like really strong, and
it was still...
and between Pinky and Maud and Cheese Sandwich, it was implied that that some Earth ponies also had some form of sixth sense.
No, I think that was just a them thing. I don't think that was an Earth pony
that
thing.
Was because they were rock farmers, and Rarity had that like gem seeking power. She's a unicorn, but she didn't have that. But my point is, it was very agriculturally focused. Whereas I feel like they should also have some sense of like rocks and shit. Maybe weather. Well, no, weather is Pegasi, but they should have like some understanding of like more than just dirt. They should understand like rocks, maybe animals.
Well, I mean, with the rocks, remember the Pies had a rock farm, and Maud was pretty much a geologist.
You do have me on the rock farm, but it's not really clear whether that's just a Pie family thing or because they were Earth ponies specifically.
Okay, fair enough.
Could be both.
So I feel like that there's actually a serious missed opportunity here. Not only is the show fucking up, but it's missing an opportunity to actually like substantively build on G4 where it didn't. So I'm actually like really fucking disappointed right now.
I think with your thing with like the Earth Pony things, like personally, I feel like it was fleshed out enough. It's just it's not as extravagant. Thank you. That's better. Prominent looking compared to the other two, though.
I'll give you that, and I still think it should be subtler. I just would like maybe a bit more with it than just the agricultural side.
Yeah,
they should. I'm thinking like I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I'd like to see them be like good miners, for instance, too, or lumberjacks, or like a lot of those like
carpenters,
prime industries. Workers. Carpenters, yes, exactly. I'm thinking a lot of them like prime natural resource industries in general.
Well, hold on a second. You just rang a bell in my head because if I remember correctly, most of the most of the construction workers that we see, and as few of them as we do see, like most of the construction workers in G4 were Earth ponies, weren't they? Because I remember I remember in the mysterious Mare-Duel episode, all of the construction workers that Mare-Duel saves in that episode, as I recall, they were all Earth ponies.
I don't pay too much attention to like what a tribe is of a certain random group, like construction workers. Though that could just be
they were background characters, is the thing. So it could just be that those were the models they had lying around from the first time they made them too.
Ponyville majorly like Earth anyway, so I don't.
It was
into the race of random.
My point is more. I would have liked to see that more spelled out, not even just extravagant, but like just more. Like pointed out more prominently.
Good news and bad news.
I would like it to be more prominent in the story, even if not necessarily as a form of magic, if that makes sense.
Well, to end this bit before we move on, TLDR, Trigger has a point with Legends, Onyx has a fair point, and good news and bad news for you. Good news is they do make a show of it. Bad news is it's just as bad as the other two. I think we should continue.
Oh, good. Let's see.
Right. One quick thing before we go on. I know it's because of Izzy's aura, but it looks like she has a grape jelly pizza.
It does.
It does, actually. You're absolutely right. That's silly. I'm actually really curious how that would come out now. Like, I imagine you can make like a dessert pastry out of that.
They did. It's called a giant cookie thing.
So do ponies eat meat, or are they still vegetarians?
I'm pretty sure it's just vegetarian still.
Yeah.
Like, that's just
okay.
That's
I'm surprised they actually stuck with G4 on that one.
They're horses.
Much better than flying.
Yes, but this show has shown a lot of tendency to disregard G4 stuff that's been built up. And also with the internet, they've shown a strong tendency to just adapt shit from our world. So I'm surprised they didn't slip up on that without thinking.
What, like them having a box of nuggies or some shit?
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised they didn't just slip that in without really thinking about it. I'm surprised they actually took the active attention to not do that.
Well, that's fair. Let's move on.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
No.
Although I feel like we should be seeing a Hey Burger McDonald's. I want to see that now.
Good.
Weren't appearing at random times thing yet?
No. And it's been getting worse.
I've been bleeding. Oh, they have paper money. Ooh.
Ooh.
Fuck that.
There's no way. I'm sorry, that would not happen.
I could see it like rocking a bit, but she shouldn't have fallen over.
Maybe Posey has a point.
Unless it's just like a cheap wood carriage like they had in the G4 days.
Yeah.
Predictable.
Like one of those I could see, not that one. That looked too heavy.
We get it.
I'm sorry, I really talk too much.
But it's not dangerous.
I didn't notice she had yellow mascara.
We just need to show the Earth.
Did you need to throw it up in the air to do that?
Why not? I do. Toss.
That seemed really unnecessary. You just needed to have Izzy split it apart while Sunny's holding it in her teeth.
Not only that, I don't know, it's weird they do that instead of cut it. Because I feel like Earth Pony should have come up with some way to do that.
I mean, whatever.
It makes Equestria a better place.
What kind of pizza do you think that is?
Fun.
Looks like
it looks like mushrooms.
We don't have to pause for stuff like that, though. We can still continue.
I think I might be.
All right, every pony. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Floating parade! Right?
Folding
parade?
And as you'll see, all the characters now have the exact same personality, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I am noticing that already.
Yeah, I was waiting to like point that out at some. I was waiting for like the ideal moment to point it out, but I am having a hard time like differentiating the different characters other than how they appear, and it's making me miss like just how like diverse and interesting the main 6 were in G4.
Yeah.
The main 6, these are not.
shows
yeah,
that
they're the
we
main
have
5.
friendship and magic in our lives
Sorry,
again.
I'll sing myself
Are you
out.
ponies in? Yeah.
If they were having trouble balancing that many characters, you could have just cut the cast back a bit.
Oh, see? Folding phone.
Okay, yeah. You got me there. That's neat.
Zephyrina, are you there? Hello.
Oh, yeah, I gotta do the old person can't do
Oh
technology
god, her
thing.
texture is ugly.
There you are. It's
I mean,
been ages since
I
I've
see
seen
that a
my
lot, though,
fillies.
so.
Don't
And
do
these
close-ups
feathers
with
are
these
gone, I
models,
call her.
please.
You never do.
You're
And
not
you
gonna
haven't
get your
been
wish,
Zephyr
Onyx.
Heights at all.
Nope, you're right. I definitely have not been to Zephyr Heights.
Well, it's not like you can't fly now, darling. Oh, Cloudpuff wants to say hi.
Oh God!
Oh, little baby. You what? You were saying?
Oh, it was just...
Listen, Zip dear.
I called because I'm going to need you to move back home, okay?
Goddamn.
What? No way!
I know you've had fun with your new friends and all, but you're a princess, darling. You're going to
She
be
kind of looks like
queen one
Diamond
day.
Tiara.
I know. What about Pip?
The
though?
princess is
Well,
okay. The queen is giving me a serious Flanderized version of Rarity now.
Please go back a bit. I think she said something about Pip. I just want to see what she said.
Okay.
No way!
I know you've had fun with your new friends and all, but you're a princess, darling. You're going to be queen one day.
I know. What about Pip?
Oh,
though?
okay.
Well, your sister has her little salon project, and while I do
Salon?
like the idea of you being there to keep an eye on her, let's face it, she live streams everything. So that's not really necessary. You're the one I need here.
Okay, that was a little. That was a little
You know
funny.
what? That is actually a valid reason as to why she shouldn't be queen.
Right.
You got me there.
Getting fucked in my A. Hashtag lol. God.
And in the royal family.
You would.
But I'm not sure if I'm ready to leave just yet.
And why wouldn't you be?
There's a festival soon?
I do suppose festival planning does.
Oh, I like that a new crystal on her crown is purple now, since they had to make a new
Oh,
one.
yeah, that is a nice touch.
I think it
That's
actually
pretty good.
goes better with her character colors than the old one.
It goes better with
Yeah.
her, too. I also like that they made a new crown that just looks like the old one.
Yeah, I kind of like
Yeah.
that too.
I like the
Served as a
lore
useful
touch.
skill for your future on the throne. As queen,
God,
you'll be
this dog needs to
responsible for
chill.
arranging state dinners, teas, parties.
Who's nodding?
They actually gone over that in Tell Your Tale, so this is kind of redundant.
That doesn't work with the phone, lady.
Is everything okay?
Well, Zip's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
keep
an idiot
forgetting-
now, but the show
I love
presents
it
her
here
as
in Maritime
intelligent.
Bay so much. I don't want to leave.
I
it.
keep forgetting they made
Leave?
Sunny's mane like
Go back
rainbowish.
to Zephyr Heights.
Yeah, I'm not
You
big on
just
that
want
change.
here.
It's a
I
little
know.
too many
I'm
colors.
not ready to become a full-time heir to the throne princess yet. Not the way my mom expects me to be anyway. But I'm not sure if I fit in here either.
Of course you do.
Even if all I do is
Why?
fly around and try out new moves.
It's what you love to do. As Izzy would say.
Gosh, I can see the
sparkle
lefty names.
shine
God damn.
really bright.
What do you,
You
wait,
can see
about the
what?
personalities,
Well, that too, but just how robotic. Like Sunny
Yeah.
is like,
the dialogue.
yes. Like,
Yeah, it is very...
I think Zip's acting's actually all right for now. Like in this scene, like, cause it's just night and day. You have Zip who's like, I just don't know, like if I fit in, and then you have fucking Sunny's going, but you are so are though. Like it's
Which
like over. The
I
top.
don't know where this thing with Zip is coming from, because it was implied in the movie that the friends she made is where she fit in and she was happy with.
Yeah,
So where's this
Right.
coming from?
it's like we're missing an episode. This is like what went wrong with like Turbo.
Maybe
Uh,
my mom
Yeah,
was
this
right.
is
Maybe
a
I should
weird
go
development
back
for a
to
character.
Zephyr
Her
Heights and
acting is a
really
cut
try to
above
be
the rest,
kind of
though.
princess
To the
everybody
audience,
was
I mean
hoping
Power
for.
Rangers, not the snail movie.
I'm going to have to do it someday.
At least stay until Maritime Bay Day. Then you can decide.
Okay,
I dig it.
yeah.
I will
guess
say,
I
I
can.
actually really like the reasoning the mom gave for letting her stay with
Yeah.
the festival, because
Yeah, I do too.
the executive experience, that makes a lot of sense. That's a nice touch. I like that.
We have a festival to plan, and it needs your magic.
Right where it's due.
Yeah.
I do think the dialogue is really unnatural here, though.
Yeah.
Forewarning, Onyx, it gets worse as the show goes on.
Weird.
Oh, God. No one is... I'm surprised they aren't going to say
Riffs are
anything
the
about
traditional
that.
decoration of Maritime Bay Day.
We hang them on our front doors, on Main Street, everywhere. Cute. A little dusty, but cute.
I once
I was
made a
wondering.
wreath out of old teaspoons.
They could have had a dust cloud there.
Yeah,
Easy.
I was expecting like
We
a
can add some
her
unicorn
coughing
and
up shit.
Pegasus flair to these ones too.
Now, where did I leave my suitcase full of glitter?
God damn, dude. Does she have shit in her
Any
ear?
Looney seen Zip?
What's with all the spoons?
Oh, we're unicycling these old decorations. Do
Unicycling.
you want to try?
Decorating things isn't really my strong point.
We could do something else. What about baking Bayday treats?
I'm not very good at baking either.
Or write a song for the big concert.
Ooh, Sip, you used
Does
to
this scene
love writing
seem like it
songs for
takes
me.
place at another time, not right after?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm
Okay,
sure
I'm
we
glad
can
it's
find
not just me.
something that you'd like to do.
Maybe later. Bye.
That was a nice scene.
Good morning, station. Sheriff Hitch here, reporting for duty.
Wait a minute.
Wait, is that Sprout's desk?
It is, but that's not what I'm saying. I do know it's implied he sleeps in this police station, so I don't know why he's like showing up as if like, oh, I'm showing up for the first time today. I know
it's
it's
weird.
implied he sleeps there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Maybe. Okay, I might be. I might be speaking out of my ass because I haven't seen. The other thing. Fuck, I forgot what it was
Tell
called.
your tale.
Yeah, Tell Your Tale. I might be speaking out of my ass because I haven't seen Tell Your Tale yet, so I don't know. I don't have that much of a point of reference for this. But like it is a common trope that I see in a lot of like cop shows where like the work is just piled up so much that the officers end up sleeping like under their desks. So like maybe that's what they're going for, but I don't know. I mean, it depends on how busy Hitch is shown to be in Tell Your Tale or Make Your Mark.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
I
guess
feel
you
like
could
Maritime
argue-
Bay wouldn't be that hard a town to police.
I guess
No.
you could argue that he's come back from errands, but he has nothing with him, so that still falls short.
Also,
Yeah,
don't-
it's
based on how
Let-
long it's actually been in the morning, Happy, don't you think he's actually getting to his police work a bit late in the day?
He is absolutely, yeah, because usually police work starts like pretty early in the morning. That's actually one of the things that they're supposed to train you for. Like when I was looking at like different academies, like they would always like have their days start at around 5 or 6 in the morning to like get you ready for to like get you
Can
ready
I
for like
ask-
the sort of lifestyle you'd be living. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask how late you would normally work on that? Because I feel like obviously that doesn't work in the show because they only have 2 people manning the department. But in the real world, I feel like you would have like a day shift and a night shift.
You would, yeah. Some officers would have to work the nights because you know people are driving around at night as well.
Right. I was just thinking because you mentioned starting that early. I just thought it was. I just got curious about that because I would think you need people at night too, and those would be really fucking long hours.
Yeah, but this is Cartoon Ponyland where there's only one cop apparently.
Well, there was 2. I'd imagine Sprout's been fired since.
Mhm.
But
I would say he better.
Yeah, that's actually that was actually going to be my second question. Where the hell is Sprout?
It's I think the second episode of chapter 2 shows he's like the town janitor now.
oh, geez.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was Onyx who brought it up that it wasn't the Sprouts desk. He's like, yes, and I have no idea what would possess Hitch to leave a desk he was already comfortable at, and 2, why would he stay at the desk of a guy who almost started a war?
Yeah, actually, that was Happy that pointed that out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like,
and
Just
also
thought
now
I'd-
there's a phone in the police station.
I thought that was a stapler.
No, right here. If
Oh.
you can see my cursor.
Where?
To the right,
I
that's a
can't-
phone.
I can't.
Oh,
Okay,
at the
I
right,
do.
that's a
I
phone.
do. I do see it. I do
Oh,
see it.
to the right. I see what you're saying. See, that phone I like way more than the touch
Oh,
screen
then
ones, 'cause
you'll
it
see.
fits
The
way
buttons
more
are
with them.
huge. You'll like.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I was
See?
expecting to see with like keyboards, for instance. When
Yeah.
I was talking about that.
It's like the phone for old people.
I like that they've kept the same animals for Hitch too.
Yeah.
At ease, deputies. So, what do you say? Which sheriffy thing should we do today in Maritime Bay? Hey,
This is supposedly the same character from the
Are
movie.
you trying to run?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Zip. Yeah, what did you think?
Way too much.
Cool. Just trying something out. Didn't work. Good.
Oh my God! Shut up.
So, what can I do for you?
I came by because, well, have you seen anything strange lately?
Strange. What do you mean?
Well, I was on the
Like
boat
people moving-
earlier when, you know what? It was probably nothing. Forget it.
Wait, I know what this is about.
You do?
Yep. Mm-hmm. You're bored. But you don't have to be shy. We're
Jesus
friends.
Christ.
We can totally.
Oh my
hang out.
God.
I know. Let's order fries from 3 different diners and then decide which
God, they
one's
really
the
are the
best.
same.
Or maybe a puzzle.
I do like that activity idea.
A call. Sheriff
A little
station.
trot.
I see. Really? How strange. At the beach? Well, I'll be right there. It appears we have a code 818 at the beach. Wanna come on a trot along with me, Zip?
I wonder what their emergency number would be.
And I'm talking to no pony.
Get going.
Oh no. Ground Zero's coming.
Looks
No, no, I don't want to see it.
mean something strange happened? You did it on purpose. I did not. I saw you use your magic to drop your umbrella onto
You
my
fucking
sand
bonehead.
castle.
I'm telling you, it wasn't
God, this
me.
dialogue
I
is
was
really
carrying it,
rigid.
And then my magic just went away.
I don't believe you.
I feel like they'd have the language to describe glitching out.
Yeah.
Is every pony
Right.
okay over here?
Sheriff Hitch, I promise, I didn't mean to ruin anything. My magic.
I worked on that castle all day.
Yes, her big ass hoof touched that little button.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I was complaining about with touchscreens.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
get you.
Happy.
And they didn't hear her phone going off?
That yeah, there's that. But this is the extent of Hitch's not Hitch, Zip being a detective. That's it.
That's it. Just recording a.
Recording a voice note, and they do the cliche pegboard string thing, but that's literally the extent of her being a detective. That's it.
I'm
That's
just
the
gonna
bare
say
bones
that-
what they do.
Really,
I know
actually putting the pieces together and putting together facts and like figuring out how they connect and whatnot.
Actually, they do. They just gloss over it in a fucking montage, so you never hear it.
Oh, good. That's exactly what I want. I mean, I don't watch detective shows or police shows or anything like that because I actually want to see them put
Learn
together
how they
pieces
think.
learn how they think, putting together evidence and figuring out how it connects. That's
Or for
not
the
at
mystery
all
element.
why.
Yeah.
Completely remove the mystery element in any mystery. Yeah, that's really compelling. I'm really glad
That is
that's the extent that
exactly-
they're gonna go with.
That's exactly why I'm so excited for Chapter 4, because it's going to have things we all hate personally.
Oh, jeez.
I know this has nothing to do with this thing, but the whole hearing the phone ring in a situation like that where cops get involved and you hear someone's phone, they do not care because that's not relevant to something that's happening.
I mean, I guess fair, but
I see
isn't
that
she...
so many times.
Wouldn't you think, like, spying on people the way she is like, some kind of misdemeanor, at least?
If
Well-
it's just let me say it. If it's just a random phone ringing off in the distance while you're talking to some, like, I don't want to say domestic dispute, it's some disturbance or whatever.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
not
you
gonna
got me
care.
there.
I've heard that. I've seen that so many times at work. How often the cop come by. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't snapping at you. I was stuttering. So sorry.
Yep,
Yeah,
Happy,
it's
you
not-
had something to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's not really a misdemeanor situation. It is unusual behavior, but there isn't any like clearly illegal activity going on in that.
Okay, I
that
thought
situation.
that might actually be legally problematic, but apparently not. Okay.
Well, it's highly unusual, and the officer might ask you to leave. But strictly speaking, you're not really unless he has like clear evidence of any sort of wrongdoing. You're legally fine.
Okay, I thought I would think that, like, spying on people and, like, I feel like that would almost be kind of like stalking if she's actually doing this more, but maybe that's just me.
Okay, if you're clearly stalking and if someone and if someone is like uncomfortable with the situation, that could fall under the purview of disturbing the peace, which is considered a crime. I don't know if it's a felony or a misdemeanor. It's probably a misdemeanor. But yeah, disturbing the peace is certainly a crime, and if someone like finds you like spying on them, disturbing in public, then that could qualify as disturbing the peace. Like generally, disturbing the peace involves involves making a scene in a public area to an absurd degree, like throwing up a like throwing some kind of concert in the middle of the street without any kind of permit or the like. That's generally what disturbing the peace means. If you were found spying on someone, then I don't know if that would qualify as disturbing the peace per se, but I suppose it could be. Hang on, let me look it up. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I think we get it. Like this is gonna drag on.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I just thought maybe it might count as that had they noticed her, because she is kind of like. I don't want to say stalking necessarily, but
I'm more focused on them hearing it but not looking over there, because it's like, okay, that's not relevant. What are you?
Well,
two
not
doing?
the cops, but I would think like the kids there, however old they're supposed to be, might have noticed.
Okay, that's fair.
Please.
I'm just saying maybe if they did catch her, that might be something legally amiss, but I guess that's just a maybe.
Okay. The definition of stalking requires like repeated surveillance, and there isn't a clear pattern of behavior with that. So yeah,
I would think maybe if this happened more often and Zip was showing up at more of these like glitch scenarios wherever Hitch is, that I think might qualify under that. Maybe you'll have to correct me on that.
Or since Hitch and Zip are friends, he won't care.
Yeah. That's another thing, is we don't see much of the detective work, so we can't really measure that.
No, it just happens off screen. You have to fucking live with it, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Let's move on.
Which is really confusing, because you'd think you could build the plot a bit with that.
There you are.
It's
Oh, hey, coming to town with us to gather more supplies for the new and improved Maritime Bay Day?
Oh, wish I
Mayday.
could, but
Why can't you exactly?
because I'm working on my own surprise thing for Bay Day. Yeah, have fun.
Oh, is this gonna be like a Web of Lies episode?
No, not really.
Thursday, 12:15. Crystals normal. Prisbeam energy.
Looks like she's holding an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
It kinda does. I think they're trying to show off with the lighting, because the lighting is the only part of the animation that's solid.
Here's ground zero. Watch Hitch's reaction and tell me if you find anything wrong with it.
Tell me
Okay.
what happened. One at a time.
She tried to sabotage my sandcastle.
No, I didn't. My magic was just gone.
Okay, every pony just...
Magic shouldn't be allowed
Oh, okay.
here on the beach.
Is magic allowed on the beach, Sheriff Hitch?
She told you.
It's not allowed. You know, actually, maybe I should go back to the station and check the records.
Wow.
Yeah, you ponies just hang tight and I'll get back to you.
This
What
is supposed to be
the
Hitch
fuck?
from the movie.
Yeah, no.
Nope, he
This is a
cowered
different
away.
character.
He cowered away. Hitch in the first movie would never do that.
Exactly. Not from like a minor kerfuffle like this. I'm actually surprised he's bothering to get involved even.
He's a cop. He has to. Like,
I would expect an officer to like break up a public disturbance like this. I mean, I say public. I mean, it's not. It's. I mean, this is a public area, but it's not that open. And it's an interesting idea. Like magic is relatively new to Maritime Bay, so it wouldn't necessarily be like privy to like any sort of laws and whatnot. But like his solution to just run away is cowardly and doesn't solve a goddamn
That's a Sprout
thing.
reaction.
Yeah. That is absolutely a good way of putting it. That's what Sprout would do.
But the way I envisioned it would be, for one, Hitch would never cower, and he would never stammer like that, and like go really high pitch, like, oh, I don't know. He would be like, that's an excellent question. I will go back and converse, or something like that, but I'll go back and check and get back to you with that. That's how Hitch would react.
Exactly.
Well,
if he's even gonna walk away.
Yeah, that's just it though. I don't think he would walk away at all.
Exactly, because, I'm with you.
Because as I say, because the situation clearly isn't resolved. I can't see him walking away from the situation without the situation at least somewhat being resolved. Like the question of like whether magic is allowed or not. That's clearly not up to him. That's clearly not up to him, and he has no and he doesn't know. But I would think that he would do his best to act as a mediator and say that and say like, okay, it's clearly an accident and there was no malicious intent here, so everybody just calm down. Take it easy.
Right. I would absolutely agree with that. And the thing you mentioned with the magic not being privy to laws is actually the kind of what I was trying to get at with Zips flying earlier about what is legal status of all this, what is the world building here. Because I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, that's the kind of question that ties into that, especially since with where the movie was previously, you think there would actually be laws on the books about that before. Are those still on the books, or?
Well, they would. What I'm saying is they would have to like get around to putting laws on the books. That's actually something that, and which is actually, it's kind of it's actually kind of a relevant question because they're, something like it's something that was done. It's something that's very similar to the situation with the internet when the internet started becoming a thing, and it's still going on today. Like what's legal and what's not legal on the internet is something that's like still being hashed out. So it's so I can appreciate that the show would like want to explore a similar idea with magic being introduced into a world which didn't have magic previously, but on the whole. But I'm kind of skeptical on whether or not they are actually going to expand on that idea. I certainly hope they do.
Oh, I absolutely doubt they actually will. But
they don't.
Yeah, you're right. I would like to see that. Yeah, I was just saying because that was another example of the point I made before. I would like to have seen that delved into because I think that's interesting to actually explore. The internet is actually a really good comparison. Actually, thank you for that.
But the bottom line is like Hitch is being remarkably out of character by chickening out and not like actually trying to keep the peace between them.
He's not
1,000% Hitch is out of character. In the movie, Hitch fucking went out to what's effectively another city-state. Like another country to arrest someone.
Into a situation.
In this movie, he's cowering out of like a public dispute.
Right. In a situation he perceived as dangerous in order to uphold the law. Here he cowers away from a little, pretty much a minor quibble between kids.
Yeah.
I think we're set.
It is night and day. The hell?
You don't belong here, do you? I've never seen an egg like this. Have you? What
like a jawbreaker.
Equestria are you?
For the love of God, please don't be a dragon egg.
I just realized he asked the bird that. I just never put that together.
Oh yeah, that is a nice detail. Although yeah, that's a fucking emu-sized egg. Yeah, that's fucking disgraceful.
All roasty and toasty. I'll just keep you safe here until we can find who you belong to, okay?
I like that he's still like the animal guy.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
No, Pony. No.
God damn, she is mustardy yellow. Like lemon.
Trotting down Main Street when I noticed
Maybe
that
more
my
lemon.
hooves were stuck to the sidewalk. I tried and tried to move, but I couldn't for like a
Oh no.
No, there's something to that.
Probably one of those unicorns. I'd like to file a complaint.
Fuck you, bitch.
I'm glad someone's still racist, actually. Well, I'm not glad, but like...
I get you.
I like that the story doesn't just say, hey, it's gone now. We solved... Congratulations, boys. Racism is no more.
See, that's what
like,
I'm
glad they didn't do that.
See, that's what I thought Sprout was going to be. I thought he was going to be like... So, like, the Home TV show that's based off, like, the Home, like, DreamWorks movie, they have, like, the villain from the movie be, like, the conniving, oh, I'll get you kind of villain. I thought Sprout was going to be that for, like, the TV show. Like, he's still, like, a bigot. He's like this, I don't trust those unicorns and Pegasi. I'll get them. Yeah, I thought they were going to do that with Sprout, but no.
I'm surprised they made a new character for that.
They reformed him in a fucking video game that nobody played.
They did do that.
They don't do anything with him in the show. Either show.
Oh my god. Not only that, it was a cheap-ass VR game. That didn't even need to be a VR game, because it's like, it's any other, like, early childhood game.
It's totally not on the list for Raging Beans play. For
I mean, someone needs to have a VR headset for it.
You don't need a VR set for it. It's just a platformer.
No, I thought that was a VR game.
It probably has a VR edition, but it's not It's not intentionally a VR title. It's just a platformer.
Oh, I only saw it on VR. So
how could it not? We've literally thought of everything.
For Switch.
This house is actually very short for a lighthouse. I would think they'd put more floors in it.
You want to hear it?
No.
Especially for 5 people or 4 people living in the same building. I will say, I think the voice actress actually is a solid singer.
Yeah, I like her singing.
I just wish she was. I just wish she was actually singing something worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. They need a better lyricist.
Well, she's kind of just rambling about what she's going to practice, right? So that doesn't really matter.
I mean,
okay,
I guess
yeah,
fair
I
enough.
guess.
I do like her singing, though. That was all I was trying to say.
I like her singing in like Tell Your Tale. Like it's pleasant to hear, even if it's just.
Yeah, she's a good singer. This voice actress, at least. I don't know if it's the same one in Tell Your Tale.
Before everyone pause, everyone freeze frame. She's about to let out a huge fart. Okay.
It looks like she's gonna take a shit. She's about to let a huge juice on the floor.
If we ever have a fan, someone edit that to make it look like it, okay? Send it to me.
Very catchy. She's good.
Miniature glimmerberry tarts. Great idea.
Okay, it's tarts. I was wondering what they were.
They look kind of like cupcakes.
Yeah, I thought I was trying to figure out.
But how do you make them
But they're too
taste
flat.
like magic?
The secret
What?
ingredient.
What does that mean?
We
What?
have to make
Ew!
Kill me.
No!
I don't want to. I do not want to dwell on that.
No! What did she do to them?
Oh god, you guys went to like the worst possible place. I'm actually just like literally thinking, wait, how do you make magic a taste?
She just like shaves like off her horn, or she does like that weird.
Oh
shit
jeez.
Or she does like the weird unicorn like dust shit from that Rick and Morty MLP toucan video. She just
Oh
squirts into
fuck,
it.
yeah.
It's Zip's favorite. Where is she, by the way?
God damn, her wings are fluffy.
Izzy checked
They
under
are
her
very fluffy.
hooves.
I can see Izzy doing that. That makes sense for her.
Look at Zip.
Wait, so how long has it been? It looks like she's been up here for like a day.
That kind of their transitioning is pretty rough. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I don't know if that's the transitioning or on the writing, but yeah, the sense of time is all over the place.
Yeah.
Hour 5. Still.
Oh, it's been 5 hours?
Okay.
Only 5 hours, bitch. You. Okay. Work customer service for 8 hours. Then we'll talk.
Oh, she would never last in customer service.
To be
for
fair,
retail.
if you're doing something the same like that, just staring at something nonstop, yeah, you're probably going to be very tired and bored.
I mean, yeah, if she's just sitting there watching paint dry, yeah. But I think she would be, like, going around and fucking trying to do investigating.
Nope, there's the bare minimum.
Jeez.
Nothing.
She's really shit at this detective thing.
It gets worse.
Hour 5 and 1 minute. Still not.
Oh, shut up!
She's not bored.
Nope.
Maybe I was
That was
wrong.
not a minute.
Maybe there's no pattern to it. Just a
Probably a
glitch.
minute, like, off screen.
Ugh.
Okay, now they call it a glitch. What the hell?
Notice she's not taking out her camera.
Yeah. Fat fuck. Take a picture.
Or video.
You know what I mean.
What the fuck? This was not happening prior. And why does it gotta do this for the Earth Pony magic?
I
I have no idea.
Take a picture, you stupid bitch.
Every pony, quick, come upstairs. You have got to see this.
There you are.
What happened?
Just hurry.
You didn't notice her say anything?
Or the rumbling.
Oh, and it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't she take a picture?
There were all these vines growing
So.
on the wall, and they were glowing.
Glowing vines?
Okay, I have a confession. I've been monitoring the crystals, and I think something is wrong with them.
What? No, there isn't.
None of you have noticed that.
Why would you not believe her?
Exactly.
Yeah, you were the last person who should have that reaction.
Oh, no.
Last pony or whatever. Whatever.
Whatever. Fair.
lately? Like, it keeps switching off or something.
Nope, me neither.
Really?
Sorry, sis.
How have they not experienced that yet if everyone else has?
It's weird, yeah.
Didn't you take
What? I didn't take anything.
I
at the
get it's
beach.
random, but you would think at
a
some point.
report?
Oh,
He's doing the coward shit again.
actually, that
Yep.
reminds me. Gotta go
What a
file
pussy.
that report.
Hey, you wait a second! You were gonna teach us how to make life-size gummy bunny!
I know it's
Hey,
so
buddies.
weird, but I know what I saw and what I've been seeing. Like the other day, when I was flying back from Zephyr Heights, these two
Why
guys
didn't
like
you
crashed
record
into each
something
other,
about
and I
that?
I'm sorry, Zip. I've been so caught up in all the festival planning. This is all my fault.
Please
That
talk
magic is
normally, Sonny.
glitching.
You are my favorite. Why are
Magic
you
is
ruining
not
this?
glitching.
But you said it yourself.
How do you think I
Your
feel?
aliquot
Hitch was my
magic is
favorite.
appearing randomly. You don't find that strange at all?
No.
Okay, good point.
I think that's just because I'm still learning. We all are.
That's fair, but you should have noticed something, bitch.
Yeah.
Ugh. Report. Nothing new.
I'm
to
surprised the
report.
rainbow
All the
light
signs
thing
of
doesn't glitch
mysterious
either.
glowing
It did.
bugs.
Because I
did
could have
earlier.
sworn it did earlier.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
but if it goes down into the house, how'd they not see that?
Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yep, there's your close up again, Onyx.
Have you been
God.
ignoring calls, young
That's the kind of phone I actually
That
want.
looks like an old PS.
I'm
That
actually
looks like an
doing
early
some decorations
PS2 game
right
for a
now, so I
sec.
gotta go.
I don't know about that.
I can't wait to see them.
It did,
You will.
100%.
Decorations. Oh, didn't Pip tell you? I'll be attending this maritime banquet.
Okay, you're right.
You will? Why?
Yes, it is treat time. I know. See you there.
Mom,
darling.
answer the question.
Come on. There's gotta be something. Everything on Main Street appears normal.
You don't
I'm
pause.
surprised the town's geography is consistent, actually.
Don't pause for this because it's just a joke. But like, I wonder the unicorns at Pegasi that are coming into town makes you wonder how they feel about the propaganda films that are in that theater.
They probably
I wonder if those are
removed them.
still in the cinema, actually. Yeah, I would think.
And
That kind of brings me back to the legal thing, because you would think they'd have laws on the book just because they were really bad before. So it's like, no, magic is illegal, all of it.
I had
I'm
an
s-
instinct, so I followed it.
I'm
And I was
curious, like, what of that is
Been
still on the
hiding
books and how
something.
long that took to fix.
right. Woo! So,
It's a big jawbreaker you got there, Hitch.
no clue. I saw it on the beach and I just knew it needed help. I just,
had an instinct and followed it?
yeah. Hey, would you mind keeping this between us for now?
Sure, I can zip it.
What?
Oh, fuck.
You gonna read us that story now, or what?
That, I feel like you could make a lot of Rule 34 freeze frames there.
No.
Well, people do ship it a lot. That's probably when it
We
started.
were right here. So
No,
what's the
people should
emergency?
hitch with
Well,
everyone.
Every pony seems
like Big
really
Mac.
Yeah,
Well, he is the only guy, so
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
that checks
gotta-
out.
Luckily, I
Yeah, go
know
figure.
just the place. I planned a surprise for you. You're welcome.
Ooh. Please don't let it be makeovers. Please don't let it be makeovers.
I knew it.
See, the transition is weird again.
So they can keep Zip consistent with not liking makeovers, but they can't keep Hitch's personality consistent.
I did not.
Fuck.
So sorry.
Hey, Hitch over there.
So ticklish.
Hey, it's
Okay,
Jack.
that's weird because hooves biologically are basically toenails for them, but I have had that happen in a salon.
Didn't they do that in G4, like getting their hooves done like that?
Yeah, they did in the spa.
Yeah.
Because I distinctly remember.
They did do that.
I distinctly remember a joke where they try to convince Rainbow to do it, but at the last second she pulls away and says, "Nope, never mind. I don't like getting my hooves touched."
It's so nice to see Hitch touch with his feminine side, I guess.
Hitch has done
He's
a great
still-
I mean,
job.
yes, that is true.
Yeah.
He's still a
I
total
do.
puss.
I get what they're referencing, because like when they scrape off dead skin, it does tickle me at least, because my feet are really ticklish.
Like the crystals.
Something weird is going on.
I'm not trying to be weird about that.
I didn't say you were. I meant just you, like, in general.
But if something happens to
Eh.
those crystals, we'll lose magic.
But anyway, yeah, I just think it's weird with Hitch because, again, hooves are toenails, basically.
Chill. Nothing is going to happen.
They're walking on big toenails.
Ugh.
We've got our friends back.
Plus, you know, however much evolution.
Back, and we've got
It's jazz. I like that.
music. At main
Oh, isn't this like a very pointless like song?
While we style.
Is it
Like-
just me, or is Pip way bulkier in this?
My paranoid
No.
big sis.
There are memes about her being short and fat.
I know you're feeling like there's something wrong, but don't you worry, I have just the song for you.
This Earth Pony is friends with these Pegasus.
So yeah, it's kind of a combination singer's lounge and a salon.
Honestly,
Bizarre. What
I
is a
actually-
singer's
I-
lounge?
I could totally see that working actually.
What is a singer's lounge? I don't know what that is.
What it is, the singer's lounge.
I've never heard of it.
I think that's what Lexi was trying to describe it. It's just a lounge where.
Oh, okay, okay.
Look at Zip.
Although a salon lounge, yeah, I could see that
Get
working.
it, do you?
Yeah.
We can't just sing a song.
You
and
stupid
hope.
bitch! You don't get it.
If we lose magic this time, we may never get it back again. And it'll be our fault.
What is she talking about?
Lose magic.
Is he?
Whose fault?
Show is so insipid.
What happened, Wendy?
I don't know.
I actually like that
Flying
pink
along,
design.
And the
I
next
don't know
thing I
why.
knew, I was down here on the ground.
Reminds me of
What
strawberry
design?
milk.
Because you
Oh, yeah, I do like it.
Yeah.
I don't like her character design.
fell on
Yeah.
us.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't make the pony.
She's lucky she didn't get impaled on the horn then.
Yeah,
Why are they all blaming each other instantly?
it's just like that forced racial shit they're trying to do. Like on one hand, it makes sense that they wouldn't completely trust each other, but you know.
I'm sorry.
yeah, this is a bit on the nose.
Yeah.
Question. If the show if the shows wanted to do like the whole racial allegory, why didn't they just like keep the changelings and the griffins and shit around for
Right.
that?
Because reasons.
That's a good point.
You know why? Because it's clearly last minute. That's why, and it was a.
And you know what about that pisses me off is that cheapens so much of like the later half of G4. It feels totally pointless when
That's-
like even the ponies don't get along with each other.
That's
As
how
for
you
like
know-
dragons, griffins,
That's the
hippogriffs.
biggest thing that pisses me off about the transition to G5, and the justification I've seen people try to give to it is, oh, well, you know, nothing good lasts forever. Fuck you, the story was told.
That's how you know.
Yeah,
it's last
exactly.
minute.
And not only that, but it's just like, where are the other races? Fuck you.
Yeah, that's how you know it's very last minute. Because what was it? A tweet or something saying we're happy to announce that it's connected to the universe of G4. I'm like, you guys literally just did this a week ago, didn't you? No.
It does feel like it was really tacked on.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Because I think they were planning on having it be either separate or a direct, like, redo, like previous generations of other shows for, like,
Yeah,
the longest
they were.
time.
they were.
I remember that leak of, like, a bunch of main 6 redesigns.
And like the whole thing about them living in their different like environments clearly is like a it's related to that rumor that each tribe is in their own like world. So obviously that didn't come true, but it's clearly related to that. You know what I mean? It's like that idea.
Right. I guess I'm surprised that it didn't end up more like Transformers, where they tell the same story every time.
And I'm like 70% sure that I've said this before, but but fuck, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Well,
what do you say before? I lost the cord on my headphones. Oh, okay then. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't miss anything important.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was just saying. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, and then I lost my train of thought.
Not that this makes it any better, but to be fair, like MLP in the past, like the other generations, they've always done new shit every time. Their issue was that all one note anyway. That is weird. Other toy shows.
I did think they would have either done something completely new or retold G4 the way Transformers recycles the same plot.
Watching this, you can see how it was how it was going to be, and then now it's jumbled.
That's exactly it. It looks like they decided to connect it at the last second to try to keep old fans.
I'll talk about my point on this with another comparison with like another show that Lefty and I watch after the movie, because it'll get too flooded if I do it now. But like, there's another show that we did that has this exact same problem, and it's just
okay. I look forward to that then.
Yeah, good.
Pony, I'm normally such a good flyer.
Clearly she's not. This is what I've been saying. What every pony's been thinking. If
those filthy wiggers.
then they shouldn't be allowed to use their magic in
They're not diggers. You wiggers.
Right. I'm not sure. Yeah, no more magic.
It isn't fair.
God, that acting is so...
Wow, that escalated quickly.
No, he's a good actor. He's just stoned off his ass because this is shit.
Yeah, no more magic. So fuck off, Fable.
Hey.
But yeah, and once again, I'm surprised that they aren't using Sprout for this.
Yeah.
Or they use it to prank us.
I mean, I appreciate a new villain, but one antagonist.
I feel like pranks would not justify magic fans.
Pony holiday too.
That's not true. We want it to be the best day ever.
Well then, Maritime Bay Day should be magic free. Like it's always been.
Oh, look at that unicorn.
Or we're not coming.
Oh, are we getting Wendigos? Are we getting Wendigos?
No.
Damn it!
It should be. Like, it is a storm, so it makes sense that it should be connected.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a winter storm, but it's something.
Another example of last minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Powered by ponies.
What?
Okay, check this out. Pip, when we were fillies, I used to steal Mom's chocolate dipped cherries and blame it on you.
You!
Got me grounded like 12 times!
Yeah. And guess what? I don't like karaoke. It's the worst. Ugh.
Hey, you take that back. Karaoke is a
Fucking
fun
easy.
activity for every age and skill level.
Zip's allowed to.
How'd you say it like that?
I don't know. I hate it. She sounded like a child.
It did.
Because we enjoy something doesn't mean she has to.
Sadie, there is no need to get all huffy about it.
That's kidding.
Was just trying to
She
stand up
wasn't
for
getting
Pip.
huffy about it.
I didn't call you huffy. I said you were being huffy. There's a difference. And whoa.
No, there isn't. Shut the fuck up.
No, there is.
Glad she tested her theory.
You're right. So when ponies aren't treating each other with kindness,
When we aren't vibing,
The crystals get
Vibing?
and the
Fuck
more
off.
unstable magic becomes an Equestria.
which causes Pegasus
Trigger,
to
you're
lose
ruining
their
my
faith
vibe right now,
in
brah.
other ponies.
And you
Bruh.
want to drop stuff onto sandcastles.
And
You're
weather
not.
changes. Like a rando thunderstorm?
Yup, everything is.
She said random.
She said rando, yes.
This had anything to do with why the crystals were separated all those years ago. Or why I still can't seem to figure out my alicorn magic.
I don't know. I want to find out. But if we want to keep magic in Equestria, first we need to get every pony back on the same page.
Zip's right. We can't give up. We can still make Bay Day the celebration it's supposed to be.
a day of friendship.
And harmony.
Oh god, that was forced.
She shatters the crystal.
Heart to heart.
Thank you for reminding me the old show was better.
It's here. The big day is here.
Is it me? It's probably the lighting, but he doesn't seem as purple like is he?
Yep. I like the hexagon lights.
Don't worry. I got you.
I got you.
Sunny, wait!
I don't think the crystals are sentient.
I mean, that's just like some weird sentimental thing
We
you
don't
might do
usually
toward an
exchange
object.
gifts.
I know,
I guess.
but just open
Yeah.
it.
With hooves.
It's the lantern my dad made for me.
That is sweet. I gotta
thought it
admit.
was beyond
Yep,
repair.
I love that.
Thank you
This is a
so
nice plot
much,
beat.
Izzy.
Sometimes when you add a little bit of magic, you can fix anything.
And a lot of duct tape and
Now
glue.
let's go add some magic to today and fix this.
Duct tape and crazy glue.
And other
I
bodily,
wish it had had the old, like, pony things on it, though.
and a lot of bodily fluids.
God, why do you guys have to make everything horny?
No, it's not that. I was rough. Gravity Falls. Then again, Gravity Falls could go in there.
Majesticness.
Mom!
Mama dearest.
Maritime Bay Day, every pony! Welcome!
And I wasn't going sexual. I meant like blood and sweat. But
Oh,
God damn it.
not exactly what I
Like
meant,
the
but
old decorations
You
better.
get it?
I could not agree more.
That's why I called the bitch walk.
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
Look at that one little coal. It looks like a broccoli.
Hey!
Pegasi have an unfair advantage.
She was about to throw down.
I mean, she's not necessarily wrong.
Right.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were succeeding and it just randomly was supposed to storm that day?
Looks like matcha.
Why are these the same people?
Whatnot.
You fucker.
I knew unicorns were trash diggers.
Fuck you.
Oh, jeez.
My wings won't work.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
See? Yeah, they did establish that, so.
But yep. Okay. I'm not flipping out because they're stuck to the ground. I'm flipping out because like her magic isn't working. Like is that because like magic is fluctuating in general, or is it because of the storm?
I think because they're not getting along, the magic is going poo-poo, and the storm is also a result of that.
And if you look carefully, if you look, like the only ones that are getting stuck are the Earth ponies, so there is like a tie to them too. So
that is certainly very interesting. I'll give the show that. But the reason I'm losing my shit is because like for a second I thought the show was implying that like they couldn't fly because of the bad weather, when in G4 the Pegasi controlled the weather.
No, they
Yeah.
no.
The weather and the lack of magic are just both connected to the Alpine narrative.
Okay.
Remember, Zip's wings were like glitching out just as much as like the light was and shit like that. So
Which I wish that it was just their hooves were glitching out instead of this weird fucking goo thing.
Yeah.
That would be a lot more consistent.
Wait a second. How exactly are like the unicorns thing like not working? Is it just that the magic isn't working?
Magic
Period.
fizzles out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember
Yeah, the magic
on
just
the
shits
beach,
out because
on
it's tied
the
to race
beach,
relations.
the unicorn like was holding an umbrella, and the magic kind of glitched out, and she dropped it because she couldn't keep holding onto it.
Yeah, like that's how the fight got started.
Okay.
Yeah. Earth Pony's definitely got the draw of it. Like, what the fuck is this?
Are you sure you want to do this? Nothing has gone to plan today. I have to give it my best shot. We still need all the positivity we can get, right?
Maybe this will help.
My lucky Mike.
Okay.
My God, you're so thanks.
Yes, we're ready. All right. Showtime! Break a huff, Pip, but not really. Actually,
I like that they have different body types in this.
Every pony, please welcome pop star Princess
G4 did that more as it went on, but when it started, they were all very cookie cutter.
Yeah.
New song?
That's my daughter!
We want to hear the real drawn by an Earth pony.
Yeah, this is really on the nose.
You it's a long.
Oh, and so now it's breaking. Interesting.
Sheriff's orders. Are you on their side?
Yes, you're totally.
Not sheriff's orders. God damn it.
You're totally upholding your authority, Hitch.
Be nice or I'll arrest your ass.
Every pony. That Equestria is really different.
Love your brother. Love your fellow man.
It's so much better now that. Whoa! No! The magic.
No.
It's dying.
It's dying. Okay, that should be on fire or something.
Yeah.
The world is just deciding that you fuckers couldn't get along.
It is a magic storm.
Every pony, get back.
It's like some 3D Sonic game shit.
But we're stuck. Let us go. It's not us.
Okay, that tree should be on fire.
Can't you ponies
Yeah.
Yeah.
something? Our magic isn't working.
That's no, the Earthways just get stuck.
Not like this. No, I do not.
And their hooves should be glitching out to get them stuck. I still don't like that it's like fucking weird.
It's like goo.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Come on out.
It's like something you see from a 3D Sonic game.
The magic. It's gone. Then I'll have to try without it. I'm going in. Not without us.
That's it. The magic will come back to us if we can work together. Come on, unicorns. Come on, Pegasi. Help.
But they already established that earlier when Pip said it's when we don't vibe that the magic goes away.
Yeah, we already established this.
Yeah.
Got this, Sunny. It's too dark.
Like, the weather and everything and the magic is very clearly contingent on race relations being good, so...
It's really.
I mean, is that not the allegory at play here?
No, you're right. It's just funny how you worded it.
God, makes me cringe when ponies bite metal like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd imagine it's painful, but... Oh, is this how cutie marks work now?
No.
No, okay, no, it's just glowing. I'm dumb.
No, I meant it as like, no, they have not, as far as I know, have not explained how the cutie marks work now.
Oh, what the fuck?
Save the
I'm
pink
only
bitch.
just noticing they didn't have them before.
Save the pink bitch. Fuck Posey. No, that's too harsh.
I mean, that is actually, like, pretty dark. They just, like, fall in an abyss forever.
He makes a force field. Let me guess. Yeah. There's the vine check.
Vibe check.
So
Fucking dumb that.
achievement unlocked: Earth Pony Magic or Dirt Pony
For
Magic.
some reason, it didn't happen at the end of the movie, but now it happens here.
And
Yeah.
also, why is it the weird vine pattern?
I don't
Because
know.
Earth. Well, it's
Wouldn't
Earth.
it make more sense if, like, physical vines were growing out of it?
Well, vines, plants, nature.
Yeah,
Earth.
exactly. It should be more than just vines, too.
I mean, it makes
They
sense
sh-
to me.
It should be like fucking magic beanstalk shit.
I mean, it makes sense to me. Like, and it's just going for a sigil-like thing, not necessarily like an actual.
Oh, okay, yep, you got me there. I didn't think of that.
Oh,
Right.
I totally agree with everything you guys are saying.
Why
Did
is
you just
why?
talk? Did I just
Why can't you understand them?
understand you? What?
No,
Wow, that's a lot of information. Well,
No.
nice to meet you, Kenneth. I'm Hitch.
Yes.
here you go, Izzy. Here's what you wanted. It's grand, but it's in a bad way.
That.
It's yeah, it's just. I don't.
Yeah,
like
this is not what I meant. This is
I know
not
that's
what I
not
fucking
but
meant.
it's more- I know. That's more grand.
Together, maybe we can invent new magic.
You're right, Zip.
What?
Actually, you were
Oh,
right
no.
about everything.
Oh no.
I'm sorry I didn't believe
No.
you. I should have been
No.
a better friend.
Oh,
Why
I
do
know.
your
No.
alicorn parts just grow now?
Hoping magic would
I'm getting High Guardian Spice flashbacks.
Can you forgive me?
From what?
We get
Obviously.
They're inventing new forms of magic. They're like,
Oh shit! Yep, you got me.
magic has no limitations.
Really?
Zephyrina! There you are! My
Zephyrina.
hoofness. What an ordeal!
River dog.
Hookness. That's a new one.
They said it before.
Yeah, they said it in the movie.
By sundown.
Mom,
I don't think that was in G4, and I didn't notice it in the movie.
They also said it earlier in the
We
special too.
agreed that you were to
Oh.
resume your studies.
My place is here in Maritime Bay with my friends. I just need more
This is
time to
rigid
figure
as
things
shit.
out. To investigate magic.
Well, her
To
dialogue I
explore
think is
who
fine.
I am before I take on my royal duty. And you know what? I think who I am is some pony who likes figuring things out.
Yes, you certainly are, my little princess investigator.
Mom, would
Fuck
you do me a
off.
favor?
Anything, darling.
Would you mind just calling me Zip for now?
Of course. Zip.
I'm sorry, it's a what?
Please don't be a dragon. Please don't be a dragon. God damn it! God damn it!
Well, Trigger, to be fair, the other generations had a dragon too.
Yeah,
They
I
were-
know, but
Just be thankful they're not going to name it Spike.
Where did the egg come from?
he
he was
now
just
we-
lying there on the beach.
Yeah, it was on the beach.
Where is the mother dragon? Where are the other dragons? Now that G5 is fucking touching that hornet's nest, these are questions I want answered.
That is exactly my issue with this.
Listen. You'll get your answer, but the answer is shit.
Oh, please don't fuck up dragons. I like dragons. Don't fuck them up.
an equestrian for generations.
Guy, he looks like a Skylander.
Oh
My-
yeah, Sonny's dialogue there.
He looks like. Go ahead.
Wait. I have so many things to say right now. For one,
Wait, Can we
There hasn't been a-
can we play the dialogue first?
Go for it, Lucky.
But dragons haven't been seen in Equestria for generations.
pause.
How long?
Because I already wanted to comment on that. Firstly, what the fuck? Where have they been? Secondly, it has wings. That's not how dragons work in this world.
Oh my god, she's right! That is so true!
Truly, I don't recall them having ears like that. But
Well,
maybe
they're
that's just like a
different.
design thing.
This is different. I could buy the ears thing, but you're right
Yeah,
about.
the ears I can roll with. But yeah, no, the wings, what happened to dragons molting?
What the fuck? I forgot about that. You're totally right about that.
It's just so stupid.
Good.
Hang on, I'm checking something.
Yeah, I don't mind the horns in the ear because there is different dragon types, but the wings, I can't believe I never caught that.
Yeah, the horns in the ear I can live with. Dragon designs can vary a lot, actually. But yeah, the wings, that fucks. That makes
It's
me
not-
angry. Also, where have they been if they haven't been seen in generations? Which, it's the alicorn thing all over again. Holy
They do-
shit.
I think they do get into.
I mean, it's literally all the other races all over again, too.
I mean,
think they-
yes, but now dragons are specifically a problem because
I think
now we
I
have
think-
one in the show, specifically referenced. Supposedly, this thing has parents. So once again, now they're poking that hornet's nest that was already there, and now you're fucking with it.
So the thing is, I think they do get into it. It's just like everything else. It's shit, and we'll get into that more when
I
that
think
plot line
this is
comes up.
implying that the egg was like dormant under the sand for a long time. I think that's the bullshit explanation.
It should have
they're
been
gonna
way
go
the hell
with
fucking
without
deeper.
Fuck, I can't remember what I was gonna say now.
It should have been way deeper. That's a shitty place for a dragon nest.
I don't think it was implied that that was the nest. I think what they're implying is it got caught up in the ocean and it carried it over. I think that's what they're going for.
Okay. Well,
It's
the
just
dragons
lost
weren't across an ocean before, so that raises many more questions.
How do you know
Do
a
they
dragon?
fucking migrate now?
Dragons did.
There was a
migrate in
dragon-
G4.
Onyx,
There
yeah,
was the dragon migration in Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Okay, yep, you got me there. I didn't
And
watch
just because
that.
you don't see something happen doesn't mean it didn't happen. Because you said they didn't. What was it? Cross the ocean? You don't know that though.
I mean, yeah, I didn't realize migrations were things. So, okay, maybe they migrated to a different continent. Now there's a different fucking continent?
I mean, it's just a lost egg.
I mean, if
Period,
you look
I
at the map of Equestria, from like the season 3 DVD of Friendship is Magic, you can see there's a thing that says dragons be here, and it's pointing off the map.
Oh, actually, yeah, okay, that maybe is weirdly consistent, but I really don't think they did that on purpose.
I mean, Dragonlands are like outside of it, technically, right? Like it's like that volcanic.
I mean, yeah, it's outside the borders of Equestria. I'm just because in G4 they had it so that the dragons were south of the country, and now they're either to the east or west, is what it sounds like. Probably the east, because the Griffins should be still to the west.
I think it is these. I think they do show it on a map, and it's like an. We'll get into it more when we get there, but yeah, like it does. I think it does give you some answers, but not all the answers that you actually want. It's pretty
okay. Bad. At least some of them would be nice, assuming they're not shit, which they're probably going to be. But yeah, I have so many problems with this.
That's actually the plot of the show. Actually, like trying to find them. But go ahead. I like his. It's not that I don't like the design. He looks like a Skylander character.
He looks better in the 2D show.
I think it's because of the CG. Yeah.
Yeah, the dragons don't really translate well.
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for the way I acted. I think I just felt.
Okay. Happy. Remember what you said earlier?
What did I say earlier? I said many things earlier
about I think you derided, and rightfully so because it was stupid, but derided Hitch's theory that Posey was just jealous.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember saying that specifically, but okay.
Every pony. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for the way I acted. I think I just felt
left out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make sure that doesn't happen again, right, guys?
Yeah.
Of course.
What?
Would you mind?
That's it. She was felt left out and jealous.
That's.
I will on one condition.
Yes, that gives me such reason for your
I'll do the harmony.
Why do you want that?
Don't you need to learn the song first?
Right.
Those little ponies finally figured out how to stabilize the magic. Took them long enough. And now that they have, it's time to take back what is mine.
God, I hate your design. So bad.
Oh my god.
Here's our main and only antagonist of the goddamn show.
Brilliant.
You think so?
We're so glad you're staying in Maritime Bay, Detective Zip.
Me too.
Shut up.
We have a lot to learn about magic and how
Does she work at the department? Okay, what the fuck?
I'll be here to figure it out with my best friends.
Like fucking Hitch works there, so whatever.
I mean, yeah, he can hire her. That's not the thing I'm complaining about. I just wish they had done more with the detective subplot now.
Yeah, I agree.
Every animal except for this adorable baby dragon.
I hate that. I get they don't know about the dragons themselves, but they're trying to make it seem like they're animals, and they're not.
Yeah.
How did they get separated?
Yep.
Why didn't Earth ponies have magic before?
Well, at least we already know one thing for sure.
No, fucking explain this.
Yeah.
I want an answer.
No matter what lies ahead, we'll face it together.
Diet friendship is magic.
This is best value. Friendship is magic at best. The Walmart brands?
No, I get it.
Great value.
Yeah, Great Value is another one. Maybe best value was Festival.
Kirkland.
Do we have to sit through the credits?
We said like what, 4 or 5 good things or nice things.
Yeah.
Everything else is bad.
Like,
oh god, yes, this was shit.
Wait, is
That was a
there?
cute thing. Okay, 6 things. That was a cute thing.
Is there more?
This was shit.
No, there's no more.
I guess
Also,
okay.
why is it
You're right.
unrelated? Why is it E1 now? Why not just keep Allspark around?
I don't know.
I think the company went through something, so that's why.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's some business thing going on then.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird they didn't keep the label around and had like a new company to do the same thing.
So, like our last video, any final thoughts, lady and gentlemen?
I told
Like
you
our-
all Hitch's reaction was pretty much ground zero.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree 1000%. I am so like the inverse of excited to
And
see what comes next.
What they
It's
do with Sparky's character will infuriate you.
Yeah.
it's not just that the overall lighting itself. It's the dialogue is so grating and unnatural.
Yeah,
the dialogue is very stilted.
I know it's cliche at this point, but it does get worse. The dialogue gets worse.
Yeah, that I have a hard time imagining because the dialogue is very like childish, like something you would it sounds like something you'd see in a show meant for like 3-year-olds when G4 like was G4's dialogue wasn't exactly Shakespearean, but it was competent. At worst, it
didn't talk down to its audience.
Exactly.
It felt like people talking. That's what I liked about it. Like,
yeah, it felt real.
Yeah, and that aside from the characters is a large part of what made G4 like so special. That it was able to that it didn't like talk down to its audience, and it had distinct characters, and the characters actually had dialogue that was like interesting to listen to, and they actually that was like unique to the characters without being like stilted or ever sounding too unnatural.
I would actually recommend the show to writers who want to learn a bit about dialogue, because it is very simplistic as a kid's show, but it still does that really well. It differentiates very well.
From what before I bring up what he told me, when it comes to like voices are pretty good except Hitch. Zip, I think performance, like when it comes to like, because we all had an issue where all of them sounded like rigid and everything.
Right.
Zip sounded very natural compared to the rest. But
Zip was way better than everyone else for some reason.
But from what Lefty told me, I think she gets bad about it too. I think that's what he said. Like
right.
I think
that might just be because she was
worse.
Yeah.
That might just be because she was the protagonist in this episode, so
she kind of was, honestly.
Which is an interesting shift. I didn't think they'd do that for the very first episode, but I actually liked the decision in isolation from what we got.
I mean, the 5 of them are main characters, so like I guess it shouldn't be too surprising that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be surprising they did it eventually. I'm just surprised they did that with the first episode, is what I'm saying.
I guess, and now that I finally sat down to really watch it, because I've seen bits and pieces, and I would take Lefty's word for it. Because he's one of the few people I'll like actually like, oh, okay, wow, maybe I should not waste my time. Because usually I need to see it for myself, and I still have the mindset of like, well, I'll probably eventually watch it if I'm bored. And now I have, and I can see what Lefty meant by the characters being the same. Even Hitch, when they're talking, I'm like, okay,
they feel very. I think that might be a result of the dialogue being very like wooden and expository. It's very functional and I mean, yes, my point is that the dialogue is all of it except for Zip in this episode for some reason. It's all very it's function over form. There is no characterization in how they talk. They all talk the same. And I think that does a lot to make the characters feel the same. Which it doesn't help that most of them have jack all to do in this episode. Zip and Hitch are really the only ones that do anything.
I just love the idea of like the chick who's playing Zip is like clearly like doing her best, and she's like, I don't know if I fit in, being so sincere. What are you talking about, Zip? You belong. God damn it.
Yeah.
I can't get over that shit. Anything else?
I hate the dragon.
I'm indifferent because I knew it go figure they would.
I don't mind that there is a dragon. I mind everything about the execution.
I hate
all of it.
what they do with him.
We'll get into that more as you guys see it. And like for Galorga, the animation channel, he or she clearly saw what Lefty saw. Of like how they executed the character, because he's just a plot device and a very inconsistent one. Because the animated video has like the dragon just spewing fire and random shit comes out of it. So clearly, other people see that criticism too. But we'll get into that when the time comes. So the next chapter. So the next chapter, Lefty, is the actual show, correct?
Yeah, chapter 2 pretty much begins the Make Your Mark journey because there's like 8 22-minute episodes in there.
So
I'm
what's the
surprised they added the villain this soon. I would have think, if anything, that would have been like an after credit shot.
whatever? It's still at the ending.
I mean, yeah, I don't care. It's not a big deal, especially in light of everything else. I just thought it was weird.
With that being said, from here on out, we'll get into the actual TV. I say TV, the actual episodes of the show, and we'll be doing 2 per session, where we riff on 2 episodes of the show, given the same treatment, where we quote unquote analyze and tear apart the show, and possibly maybe.
Are the episodes shorter?
Well, it's not. Well, this is not an episode. This was supposed to be a special, but I don't blame you for thinking it's an episode.
Is the runtime shorter?
Yeah, they're 22-minute episodes in chapter 2.
Okay,
So
that makes sense. Yeah, we can knock out 2 at a time, I think.
So, yeah. Well, that's what Lefty suggested, and I agree to it. We'll be doing 2 at a time for our show, unless it's another special, which we will later down the line. And we will, we'll rip apart into it and maybe give some nice things. There's some good things. It's just, it gets far eclipsed by the horrible shit that, for some reason, pony dick suckers don't seem to get.
Does the animation get worse, too?
Yeah. Especially when they when they try to do action, it really shows. But for some people,
I'm sure.
For some reason, people think the action looked great.
What? No.
Not.
Oh my god! Even just the one shot with Zip in the streetcar was really unnatural.
Yeah, I don't have much of a.
Really...
I don't have much of a frame of reference, but the action was very.
There was.
Very what? Sorry.
Wasn't any. Not really.
Why did the show have to be CGI?
Yeah.
Because clearly the 2D animation was way the hell better. And maybe that's just on DHX being a solid studio, but I don't know.
Despite its color things.
This is really unnatural and uncomfortable.
I don't mind it, really. That's whatever to me.
I think I've more narrowed down what the problem is. So, the animation, it's very robotic. You start at one point and you move to another point without any speed up or slow down. To make a comparison, in my editing software, I used to do things like fade-ins or sliding, because the old software I used only let me do it linearly. Start and stop, very static. The new software I use, because I moved to DaVinci Resolve, it lets me curve that, where it'll start up and speed up and then slow down at the end. The animation doesn't do that. It's very, again, rigid.
Well, Hasbro,
if that makes sense.
Well, Hasbro clearly has like favoritism towards certain properties. They'll spend their money on fucking Transformer shit. But when it comes to Pony and Power Rangers, they clearly like to Jew it up. So I'm looking at you, fucking Cosmic Fury. So we'll be doing 2 episodes from here on out, unless we do another special. I've been trying to do my closer. This is the 3rd time now I was trying to do my closer.
I wanted to comment on the animation. We hadn't in the final section yet.
Well, now we did. But yeah, we'll say some good things. But the issue is they get far eclipsed by the shitty things that for some reason the pony dick suckers don't seem to get. One particular person that comes to mind. In fact, that's for me and Lefty. I don't want to name drop him though. But that's why half the conception of the show is kind of out of spite, at least for me. But we'll catch you guys.
I don't think it's just spite here, because Happy and I don't have that background, and we still thought it was shit.
Yeah, but Lefty and I founded the show. Oh, it's ruining my closer. We'll see you guys next time for more Raging Bean Riffs. Okay, we're done.